Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a guy we picked up after we put some pieces together that we got at the recent Crazy Days event at Monsterwood. I had to watch some videos. It's kind of worth it. This is Burotgor! And of course he's got a lock ruin slot. Maybe his twin that we're currently working on will be a little bit more amicable that way. But anyway, he is a legendary, he is Earth, and he has been terrorizing me for quite some time. So let's have him terrorize somebody else on my behalf. And yeah, dude, I know you got a lot of hands, but you're not going over to that island. Nope, we're not having that. So why don't we just drop you, and I got a couple of earthy guys right about here. Yeah, that's happened to me. Alright, and he's in the book. Okay, so where is he here, the little troublemaker? Alright, this, of course, is Burotgor. And, of course, he's got 4 arms, and he's terrorized me. I still shiver every time I look at him. Anyway, this is a legendary. He is Earth. He appears to be far more powerful than he is speedy, but that speed is not too bad, actually. And he's a bit on the meaty side, not overly tanky, but as you can see from the spinning blades that are his arms, that's not really what he does. No, it isn't. Alright, so he's hardened. He's got a 20% hardened, which means that negative status effects have a 20% chance of just not sticking to him. Yeah, that's been very strategically annoying, too. So anyway, let's take a quick look at some skills here. And okay, primitive blows, low physical damage to one enemy. And then we got weapons throw, deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. And of course, the terrifying bestial whirlwind. Deals massive special damage to all enemies, applies quicksands to all enemies, applies bleeding to all enemies. Yes, that is horrific. Believe me, I've received that one enough times that I know that. Burotgor is the head of the Beastman clan, a feared group of monsters who raid villages and hoard huge amounts of gold and gems that never get spent, since the only hobby of the Beastmen is killing other Beastmen. Was that all one sentence? Was that really necessary? Couldn't we have broken that down here or there? I guess not. Okay, so anyway, apparently the Beastmen don't like periods. They try to minimize them as much as possible. Okay, so anyway, you can see as a youngin' he's quite terrifying. So let's start feeding him up to make him even more terrifying. So let's get him to his first evolution. Okay, there he is. Yeah, he's already starting to look really mean. I'm sorry, he looked mean as a child. Sorry, he just looks mean. Just, yeah, look at him. Just imagine that in a teenage form, and you want to get to adult as quickly as possible. Okay, maybe he's gone. Okay, food! He is coming back, right? Hello? Okay, apparently he has a cloaking device. Okay, we're just going to feed him, and, yeah, we're going to work on the skills. Not sure where he went. But we'll just check on the skills. Horned Punishment. Deals heavy special damage to one enemy, requires cooldown. Yeah, it figures that that would be the first skill he gets. At level 7. Okay, anyway, obviously that's a really good attack, especially for a first one. Actually, that's a good for a final one for some creatures. Okay, I guess his second form is just invisibility. I don't really know what's going on. But let us continue to level 10 and his next skill. Surface Scratches. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, heals itself by 15%. Okay, that's a good skill, obviously, and it's probably going to get a lot better. Alright, let's continue. Maybe eventually he'll show up. Workground. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. 50% chance of applying quicksands to one enemy. Okay, so this is the a dot that was added about a year ago. It's earth-based, and of course it stacks with everything else, which means it's terrifying. We'll just throw that there for now. I'm sure it'll get a lot worse? Better? I don't know. All I know is hope he shows up at 25, because I didn't realize he had this terrifying ability of just being completely invisible. It's quite shocking, frankly. Pure Rage. Yeah, that's one that I know. I know that skill. Whenever I see him kick in that ultimate, that's what I feel. Pure Rage. Deals massive special damage to one enemy. Requires cooldown. I bet you that's not even the last of the chain, is it? Why don't we just throw it there, because let's face it, that's probably where it's going to be. Alright, and let's continue, and let's hope he shows up for the final evolution, because we kind of like to see it, you know what I mean? Bestial Charge. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy, 50% chance of stunning target, gains an extra turn. Yeah, been there, hate it. I am going to put that... I'll put that there for now. Okay, I'm glad to see... Okay, he was there. I did see him. I mean, I saw his image in the background. Okay, just rewind the tape and take a look at it, because I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe this was all an elaborate joke and I don't actually have him. Let's just continue. To level 30. Regenerating Fur. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy, applies regeneration to itself. Yeah, I think we're probably going to end up keeping that one. Yeah, but what... Okay, well, you know what? That might very well be something we keep to the end. All right, so this one here did a little bit of a heal, and but I'm going to put this one in its place. You know, I'm probably going to have a lot of problem with skills with this guy, just because I'm going to want them all, you know what I mean? But I think regeneration is better than, especially if he does more damage, than just a 15% heal. All right, let's continue. He sounds like he's eating. Healing Flesh. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy. Heals itself by 25%. Requires cooldown. Okay, there's a good question. The new one is better damage. The stats are the same. The cooldown is the same. The amount of stamina is the same. So do I want a straight up 20%, 25% heal? Or do I want regeneration? Now, the regeneration will probably do more over time. But just straight up getting 25% back in a hot battle is probably better. It really depends. Do you want to do a long-term thing, or... You know, it does more damage. I think that's the deciding factor for me. Yeah, I might end up doing both. It's just that this one is really hard to get rid of because it does give him the extra turn. You know, it does give him an extra turn, so it's really hard to get rid of. And that one is his big damage. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Lots of decisions have to be made here. Lots of decisions. And maybe we'll have another one at level 40. Bloodthirsty. Gains triple damage, applies blind to itself, gives one extra turn to itself. That's interesting. Obviously, we're taking that. I didn't realize it applying blind to himself. But then again, he has a 20% chance to resist it, I'm sure. Kind of hard to get rid of that. Kind of hard to get rid of that. You know what? This one here, even though it is massive damage, it doesn't do anything else. I mean, this one here can stun, but more importantly, gives an extra turn no matter what. This one here heals himself. How much damage? And it's only slightly more. The difference, of course, it is special damage, which is kind of useful. But I think I'm going to throw that in for there. I think I'm going to throw that in. Kind of hard not to do that. If you could tag him with somebody that gives him an immunity to blindness, that would be kind of interesting. All right, and he gets the triple damage for 2 turns. So if he uses this one, then uses the other one that gives him another turn. Oh, just so terrifying. All right, let's go to level 45. Of course, I'm looking for something for that first spot. Regenerating Fur. No, we did that. Yeah, I'm hoping something shows up. Otherwise, I don't know. I was kind of hoping for something for the first spot. Okay. Bestial Hits. Deals insane damage to one enemy. 50% chance of stunning target. Okay, so this one is a much more damaging version of this. But of course, it doesn't have the extra turn. I'm going to put that up here because I don't have anything for that first spot at the moment. So, yeah, I'm kind of interested. Am I just having bad luck here? Keeping that. The heal, yeah. That's just his biggest damage blow at the moment, you know what I mean? And of course it is special damage. Alright, I'm going to throw that there for now. Might have to restructure based on hopefully getting something else. So let's continue to level 55, regenerating fur, okay. And finally, at level 60, regenerating fur. Alright, so I'm curious about something. Pure rage, massive damage. Okay, so he doesn't have a group attack. Alright, as long as I know that, that's not a big deal. I've never noticed that before. Maybe it's because the special skill just goes off so much for me. And of course, he hasn't really shown up again. Don't really know what's up with that. There he is. He showed up again. Okay, so I'm not really... Is he coming back? Okay, I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, there he is. His final form. I'm sure you saw it briefly. All right, let's take a look at his stats here. His power is very good. His life is okay. He's not really meaty, but then again, he's not a tank. He's a damage dealer. Yes, he is. He's very fast. He's very fast considering he is a damage dealer. He's pretty quick. If you wanted him to be really fast, you could probably just put a bunch of speed on him, but I think you'd be kind of wasting him if you didn't at least put some damage on him. But anyway, let's just take a look at here. Now, he's got a lot of good stuff. I was actually kind of surprised that he didn't have a group attack, but then again, he really does do a lot of damage to single targets as per my memory. It's just like I said, the special skill has gone off a lot whenever I've played him, so I guess I'm kind of used to that. So anyway, he's got a lot of things here. He gives himself extra turns, and he doesn't really, if you notice what we're looking at right now, he seems to have a chance to stun, but that's not really the most important of his stuff. All right, let's just go over his skills and we'll take a look. All right, so we're going to start with this one, which is Bestial Hits. And this deals insane special damage to one enemy. It has a 50% chance of stunning target. So it's a big, solid hit. It does have a very large cooldown. So I'm not really sure if I should have gone back with the other one. But, you know, in terms of a big hit, this is his biggest single hit. So let's go on to the next one, Bloodthirsty. Now this is a self-buff. He gains triple damage, but he also is blind. But both of them are for 2 turns. Now, he gets an extra turn from this. So in other words, he buffs himself, gives himself triple damage, is blind, and then goes immediately. So that can be very useful, especially considering the next skill, which is Bestial Charge. This one deals heavy earth damage to one enemy. Once again, he has a 50% chance of stunning, but then he gains another turn. So you can use Bloodthirsty, come back with Bestial Charge, and then either do Bestial Hits or come back and do Healing Flesh if he needs a heal. By the way, this is his 4th skill. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy, heals itself by 25%. Now, I had a choice between this one and another one which did slightly less earth damage, but gave him regeneration. I decided to go with the 25% heal because it's more of an immediate hit for him. It could very well be that the regeneration is going to heal more. It's just going to do it over 3 turns, right? I believe it's 3 turns. It might be 4. It depends. Regeneration changes sometimes depending on who casts it. I'm guessing it was 3 turns. So you can really do combos with this guy. The thing is, some of his skills he does have some very high cooldowns here. So there may be a situation where he's sitting around doing nothing, especially if somebody resets his cooldowns. So the way you'd probably want to use this guy would be use Bloodthirsty, then come back with this one, which is another heavy earth hit, and could possibly stun the target because it gives him another turn. Then, depending on the situation, you could either go for this one, which is an insane special damage hit, which again is getting hit with triple damage, and has a chance of stunning, or do this one, which is going to do slightly less damage, it's going to do earth damage, and it's going to heal himself by 25%. Probably not what you want to lead off with. If you're going to lead off, you use this one, and this one. The healing one, that one could be if you need if your combos run out, you don't have anything else you can use, or if you do need to heal. Okay, so he's basically a single target destroyer, and probably very, very good at it. Now, the blindness thing is a bit of a concern, but I mean, you could always have somebody who gives him immunity to blindness. It is possible. There are a couple of guys who do that. Maybe what you could do is have somebody give him precision before. You know, very much like my usual combo is I have Incognita acting just before Barbados. So I give double damage to Barbados with her buff, but also gets precision. So precision might just kind of even out the blindness there because it's a 50% increased chance to hit. So it might, if you can give him precision before an attack, that would be very, very useful. So anyway, this in terms of relics, in terms of runes, pardon me. Like I said, you probably want to give him some kind of speed, maybe, but definitely damage. Me, myself, I would probably go 2 damages and a speed. It's very tempting, though, to go full damage because he would be a real destroyer. It depends on how you're going to use him and how your main group is actually set up for him. Anyway, this is Burotgor. Of course, we can't see him because he's just too amazing to actually hang around for very long. I don't know what's going on with that. Has that happened to anybody else? He just like vanishes. I guess he just doesn't have the time for this. Maybe he's shy. Anyway, he is very good. There is definitely going to be a testing video with him fairly soon and a couple of others I need to work on. And I am going to be, one way or another, he's going to have 3 open slots. Whether it's his twin, who I'm about to put into the hatchery, or whether or not I unlock it. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya!